project group status report for our MRP project with the client Bison and Bird. We had a topic which was called diversity, equity, and inclusion in Canadian corporate boards. So I like to give some kind of a project summary to you guys as this project diversity, equity, and inclusion of Canadian corporate boards project is basically needed for the client to create a kind of a DE and I statistics at corporate board level and also for general employee that are being employed in the Canadian organizations. The main focus of this particular project is to get statistics of the basically statistics of what kind of diversification a particular Canadian organization or Canadian organizations in general have. The final deliverable of this particular project is to create a kind of a dashboard using any kind of a business intelligence tool. In this case, we are using Power BI, which can be used to visualize the particular DE and I statistics to getting the answers about what's the ratio of male to female people in working in an organization, or what's the different statistics based on the race, ethnicity, and other filters. Moving on, these are the stakeholders for our project as Nathan Tell is our client, project coordinator being Thekla Rimi, and our project team Rahul Naran, Deepika Thakur, and Vishal Goswami. Moving on, talking about the project progress update. In this particular video recording, we are going to provide you with summary of the documents and their timeline so that you get a basic runaround around about the project. Moving on, as we started with creating a requirements document, and on based on that particular requirements document, we created a charter plan which shows us the whole timeline of our project, which was then approved by our client Bison and Bird. So after that, we started with our preliminary stage of data gathering, which got completed, and we started with our data cleaning process. Now we are at our data cleaning and filtration process right now, where we are doing the data selection to get the relevant information for the visualizations. Moving on to the high level timeline chart. As you can see by the Gantt chart above, we are completing with the data cleaning part. After this, we are going to start with our data selection and creating a dashboard based on the relevant data and creating a report for the client for the final part. This is the consumption of deliverables. As you can see that the MRP final project charter was given the most hours for consumption. Moving on, if we talk about the individual progress report, the MRP, in my case, the MRP final project charter was given the maximum project cost. Moving on to the individual progress, it's gonna be explained by Vishal Bharti.
Thank you, Rahul. Hello, everyone. My name is Vishal Goswami. I am one of the team members of Bison and Bird team. Here, I would like to start from our project cost by individual person. Here, you can see the individual person chart, which is of mine. So here, I allotted the most time onto the final proposal, which can be seen by the chart, which is showing here. So here it is the dashboard. You can see the dashboard picture by here. So I updated the dashboard in the updation session. So I updated 4 things mainly. First one is the action item, minutes of meeting, MRP high level task list, and the timesheets. So in this in these quick links, you can use the quick links by adding the timesheets, MRP high level task list, and the individual tasks. So here I would like to share my screen to show you the exact dashboard and the chart as well. So Rahul, can you please stop the screen?
Sure.
Thank you. Are you able to see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So here, the dashboard of our team. So here are the quick links of our team. So which can be updated by any team member. So here I updated the charts. There are 8 charts which can represent the times and the progress of our team. So first chart is based on the overall budget versus actual budget. The second is the weekly budget versus actual, and third one is the hours by deliverables by week. The fourth one is the resources used by week and task. So apart from this task, so I also added the charts of project cost by individual person. So if I want to update the chart, I want to update the task for individual. So I just have to go to I have to go to the Excel sheet. If I made the changes to the each and every chart, so it can automatically changes to this chart. So here are the charts of our team. Here I updated all the information which was said by the Brunilda, the charts and the quick links as well. So there were some errors in MRP high level task clicks. So I have done it. So I can show you. Here there were some errors because some subtasks are not allotted. So here I have allotted some subtasks. You can see from here. Can you see share your screen, Rahul?
Sure.
So now I'm gonna hand over my presentation to Deepika. Thank you.
Thank you, Vishal. Hello, I'm Deepika, and on the screen there's a graph which shows my project cost by person. So this chart shows how I indulge in this till work. Please, next slide. For the data gathering, we have used some sources for which we contact our previous team, and they even give a very great suggestion that we should follow some companies, and even they provide us some little links, but unfortunately we find some little data, and that is very grateful. They help us a lot. And for the companies, we contact Starts Canada and Osler, which they didn't provide us any response to us, but still we are trying our best to find a great source, and which we will use in our project to create a dashboard. Next slide, please. For our project, we have a meeting, and that meeting setup has been bi-weekly with our client. So we provide him our update of the project, and some kinds of question we ask to them, and he suggests us a good answers. Like we ask him about can we use the public service data, and he provide us a great answer with yes, we can use the public service data that must be relevant. And second question which arise in our minds, that is clarified issues about the data cleaning. And he told us data is mostly cleaned by keeping most of the information, which will help building a better story. Next slide, please. For the data gathering process, we even have a communication with the library, and for that we contact Jennifer Roque from library, and even have a meeting with her on 4th of Feb 2022. In that meeting, we discuss about some sources, and she tell us that on the Georgian link, we can find a great variety of data. Even she provide us the other toolings which we have mentioned in our slide. Next, please. For the upcoming time, we will cover the selection of the data, and after that we will clean it, filter it, and then create a dashboard. To create a dashboard regular, and yes, of course, we have a bi-weekly meeting, and we still updating our client on the regular weekly basis by emailing them or by having a face-to-face meeting. And for the resources which we have gathered from the library, we are working on it, and yes, we will be having a great data for our upcoming project. And by that data we will have some research questions, and from that research question we will visualize some we have a visualizations, and that visualization would be done by using Power BI and Tableau. And for that we must have a proper information how to use the Power BI and Tableau, uh, which we will study in this present semester, and we keep on learning.
Uh,
We will do.
thank you, Deepika.
Thank
We're gonna also want to show you that we have also. I'm gonna share my screen for a while, and I'm gonna show you that we have also created a kind of a screen that we're basically an Excel sheet where we keep all the data sets, links that we have shortlisted. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes,
So
Rahul.
this particular Excel sheet helps us know about what's the progress of all the data sets that are being used in our particular project. So we have started shortlisting the data sets, and we have also completed with the data cleaning part of all those shortlisted data sets. As we can see that we have approximately shortlisted about 5 data sources. So we are making a good progress. We are still working around towards the second part of our project, which is uh, data visualization, where we are still studying about the Power BI. Moving on, I would like to tell you something about the data that we have gathered so that you get a little bit understanding about what kind of data set would look like in the final stages and what kind of visualizations we are trying to achieve. So first of all, this is a kind of a data source which provides us with the representation of between the men and women on the board of directors, and it has been categorized between government, publicly traded, private entities, and unclassified. Moving on, this is an average earning differentiated between men and women, and also between the visible minority and the non-visible minority. Similarly, this also shows us about what kind of higher positions do the minority women executives have in their organizations. This particular uh, data source is very interesting as it shows the total number of Canadian organizations that have been set up depending upon the province, and this shows us the total number of tax filers that have been taking their disability tax credit by province or territory. Moving on, this is a basic data set of the which shows the percentage of men versus women in the indigenous category, which is also a part of diversity. Uh, and in the final stages, if I just show you that this particular data set tells us about the actual different higher positions that have been operated by women versus the men. These are some of the data sources that we have found for now, and we have shortlisted them. Some of them are also like cleared the data cleaning stages, and we are gonna merge it and start working on the visualizations as soon as we get some kind of a knowledge from the Power BI to create a dashboard. This was the progress report till now, and some of the future points that are being kept in mind when working on the project. Thank you very much.